Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and more Blood and Plunder as we work our way now into the Native American factions for Raise the Black. There are some blanket special rules that we have to follow and they all make sense for us, and then we'll see what our specific force for this video, the Creek, will have to offer us. So, starting off, there's no artillery or ships of size 2 or larger, just makes sense, right? Now, if the force is the attacker in a scenario, you can deploy half your units rounding down, following the lay-in-wait scenario rule, so getting some ambushing action in there makes sense, very thematic. And then any ships in the force also gain the paddles trait. Again, so far, all easy stuff to follow. But here's where it gets pretty interesting, this next one. When a shooting attack is declared against any unit in this force that is not prone, before the attack is rolled, the targeted unit can gain a -1 bonus to its shoot saves for that attack, and then afterwards you go prone. So you get a little bit of a downer there in the sense that you're going to have to spend an action to get back up, but again, getting a bonus to your shoot save is pretty cool. It's going to make the force, hopefully, over time, a little bit harder to get rid of if you're rolling even decently. One downside, though, is that all units in the force gain poorly equipped, which we'll cover in a second, but then they do also get Warcry, which is pretty cool. So, now, keeping those things in mind, let's see what the Creek have to offer us. Again, everything's roughly 1700 to 1730. So right off the bat, every unit in the force gains well equipped, which, to keep it simple, basically negates poorly equipped. So they're not poorly equipped. So we don't even have to deal with the downsides of that. So right off the bat, that's worth a shot there. They also gain Elusive, and Elusive is really neat with the ability there to, again, go prone after being shot to get another bonus to your save. Elusive means, they can add a -1 bonus to their range save value if all the units are in cover. So if there's a board that really favors that with a lot of terrain, now it can't be buildings, essentially, or structures, but you could really make that pretty nasty and annoying for the opponent to deal with if you think about it, getting essentially a -2 bonus to saves. As long as you're able to stay in cover, you can kind of whittle them down, hopefully, a little bit, and then advance out of cover, and you can still get the -1 bonus with the overall native faction rule. But yeah, having a potential -2 bonus at the cost of just dropping prone is pretty nasty stuff. And again, all units get it. That's not any one particular unit. Speaking of units, we get a nice selection here. We got Braves, Warrior Musketeers, and Young Braves on the core, and then Nisis and, interestingly, Renegados unaligned as support choices. All very potent units in their own right, if, again, used to their maximum abilities. A lot of them will have things like hard chargers, which, again, can make these guys really nasty in close combat, too, but their shooting is still very decent. We forgot to mention up above, too, everybody gets Warcry. So when this unit takes a free fight action from a charge, any units it charged and scored hits on have to roll an additional d10 for a fatigue test. So again, the ability to charge at the right time is going to be very, very nasty for this from all the native forces, but in particular here as well. And then command options, really any standard native commander, red and white chiefs, or Emperor Brim. Again, we cover all the special characters in a separate video, but it's a nice, simple, no-frills list, and really we're just going to try and take advantage, essentially, of the fact that we can get that extra -1 bonus, couple that with Elusive. We are well equipped, so we don't have any of the downsides of poorly equipped, and again, getting the ability to take Warcry when we charge, and with a lot of our units having hard chargers, it's going to be very opportune. So we can maybe even stay in cover, again, take some pot shots at the enemy, hopefully not lose too many guys, maybe bait them into getting closer to you, and then being able to get out there, charge them, and really just wreck enemies is going to be pretty crucial. So all in all, just a fun, simple, no-frills list with, on paper, potentially, the drawbacks of the native faction, but again, just simply being able to have well-equipped swap out poorly equipped and negate the downside there really just makes it a great little force to play around with. That being said, commander choices can affect that, certainly. Again, we'll cover that in more detail when we cover all the native commanders individually, and doesn't make sense to go into the special characters, although they always tend to add a lot to the forces. We got to justify their point costs. So just to keep it simple, let us know in the comments, guys, if you have run the Creek. How have you gone about building them at the different point sizes? And do you feel it's necessary to include any of the special characters, or can you make the list very effective overall just as it is? Interesting list, as we've said multiple times, but let us know in the comments, like and subscribe. We'll have more Blood and Plunder for you soon. Thanks for watching.